So last weekend, my friends and I decided to throw a surprise birthday party for our friend Jake. The plan was simple: lure him to his own apartment under the pretense of a Netflix and pizza night, jump out from behind the couch, and yell surprise. Like we hadn't spent the last week discussing it in a group chat he's suspiciously never looked at. The only odd thing was that, all week, Jake seemed weirdly distracted, like he was keeping a secret of his own. At one point, he even asked, "Do you ever get the feeling people are planning something behind your back?" And I, being the world's worst liar, responded by coughing so hard I almost choked on my own spit. The big night arrived, and we all huddled in the dark living room, clutching party hats and those cheap dollar store blowers. The door creaked open exactly on schedule. We leapt up and screamed, only for Jake to shriek, drop his keys, and back into the hallway like he'd seen a ghost. Except, 5 seconds later, another Jake, same haircut, same "I paused my game for this" expression, walked in behind him. Now, we've all heard of déjà vu, but this was more like déjà vu? Both Jakes stared at each other, then at us, then back at each other, like we'd pulled a prank so elaborate it broke the laws of genetics. Turns out, Jake has an identical twin brother, Josh, who he'd never mentioned in the 3 years we'd known him. Apparently, Josh had flown in for Jake's birthday as a surprise, but got the date wrong and showed up a day early, using the spare key Jake had just in case. So, when we all jumped out, we ended up surprising both of them, Jake, who thought he was being robbed by his own doppelganger, and Josh, who thought his brother had joined a cult of party supply enthusiasts. The two of them spent the next 10 minutes arguing about who was the original and who was the limited edition, while the rest of us tried to figure out if we should sing happy birthday twice or just harmonize really hard. In the end, we decided the only fair thing was to double up on the cake, double up on the presents, and double up on the apologies. But honestly, I think the real surprise was on us. Next time, we're just sending a group text, because as it turns out, 2 Jakes are twice as hard to plan for, and twice as likely to eat all the pizza.